rain is gone. A 2-hour delay, but now the sun is out and a sellout crowd ready for 400 miles in Pocono. NASCAR on Prime, ready to bring it to you. Let's put the green flag in the air and make it happen here in the Pocono Mountains.
Go.
Byron on the move early from the back. They made the repairs. He's inside the top 20.
Yeah, there you see it on the bottom left, plus 14. Those passes will get tougher as you get closer to the front of the field, but this car had incredible speed in practice, led all of the 5 and 10 lap averages. And let's look at the start of the race to see how aggressive he was. One of the first cars we saw jump out of line to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway, grabbing a couple of rows right here.
Hocevar was 3rd. He's now 4th. Here's what happened coming off turn 3.
Yeah, just a really, really huge slide. Contact with the right rear. My goodness. That is the
Roof flap. The roof flap is up on this thing.
That is the best save of the year.
Yeah, this 54 right now is getting a monster tow. Brad Keselowski's flying. He's going to pull up here. Brad's thinking 3 for 1 right here. He's got to turn down to the 54. If he can roll the bottom, see right here, buildsubmarines.com on board with the 6. He's going to gas up. If he clears the 54, that's a big if. Can't do it. Now, no drafting help. 54 is going to pull back ahead with the tow from the 77 and the 41.
Yeah, we've got the 6 of Brad Keselowski coming down. One of the fastest cars in the field the last 10 laps or so, was able to drive up and do it the hard way. It wasn't on a restart. He passed them all under green and was able to make that speed. You're going to see 4 tires of fuel on this car. Carson Hocevar as well was able to hang on to that 77, maintain some track position to get these adjustments that are much needed for him.
Remember, you don't see a ton of cars, but that's because you can't. You'll lose a lap like the 99 almost did to Denny Hamlin.
How about William Byron? You start in the back after crashing yesterday in qualifying, but you drive through the field. Other drivers pit. You stay out. Going to get a couple of stage points here. On board with driver 24. Comes in with a regular season points lead. Final lap, stage 1. Denny Hamlin, so good at this racetrack, and he's going to lead them all in this first stint of the race. Back to the green and white checker. Despite all of his success, this is only the 2nd stage win for Denny here at Pocono.
Yeah, we talk about compromise with the 3 corners here at Pocono. That's the case for Tyler Reddick. He said, I'm really loose in 3, but I'm worried if we make an adjustment, I'll get too tight in 1 and 2. So they're electing to leave it alone. They will take 2 cans of Sunoco fuel and put fresh tires on that Toyota. Trevor.
Yeah, Chase Briscoe was talking about how much the track is about to change after they put rubber down during that run. James Small told him to wait on him for some fuel. It's going to be quick, though, he says.
Chris Buescher told Scott Graves, Trevor, the fire-off speed was so good. It just got too free on throttle in turns 2 and turn 3. Denny Hamlin, flag-to-flag stage win for Hamlin. He gets the 1 playoff point. He said the car was neutral, but overall too free off turns 2 and 3. Of those who pitted, Chris Buescher wins the race off pit road.
This is when you make it happen on restarts. Some of the best anywhere on the circuit right here at Pocono. Front row, Keselowski and Gibbs, stage 2 underway. And they scream down into turn 1.
You see how well connected that outside line is. The inside line does not get a push, so they lose track position. They lose a couple car lengths. Easy for the 6 to clear.
Caution out for the 2nd time today. First time for an incident. Problem for Riley Herbst. We got the monster on board here. You see him pulling his car away. 26th when he had the problem. And AMR safety team made their way to the scene, assisting Riley.
Gonna take a look here, right on board with Riley off into turn 1. Downshift, blows the right front tire. Big trouble.
Hold the brake. We're in the wall hard here, guys.
Riding with A.J. Allmendinger. We got some takers on the pit lane.
Yeah, not really a window, but we saw teams having to wait on fuel on the last pit stop. If you put a little fuel in here, Kim, you shouldn't have to wait on the next pit stop.
Yeah, a lot of crew chiefs telling their drivers, this doesn't necessarily put us on our window, but it gives us more flexibility later in the race. You see Alex Bowman just with those right sides and fuel.
Jim, if it were to go green from here with 50 laps to go in stage 2, Chris Buescher could not make it to the end of the stage. However, get a couple cautions, you never know. They might be able to make it to the end of the stage. So Scott Graves makes the call to come down for 4 fresh Goodyear tires. They did not wait on fuel last time. They get it full and maybe can make it to the end with a little help from some cautions.
Wild scene on pit road, riding on board with A.J. Allmendinger. He's coming into pit road, and take a look at this. He's going to hit his tire carrier. Watch this tire.
Look at the tire goes, man, right in the upper torso, the head area of the rear tire changer for the 88, J.P. Keeley. He's a D1 lacrosse player, so he's taken some hits before, but this right here, that is a vicious hit. In his hand, it almost looks like, and he drops the gun. You see him, he grabs the gun and gets up and finishes the stop. You want to talk about tough and athletic, Trevor.
Get the restart with 47 laps to go, stage 2. Keselowski, Hocevar out front.
We got Hocevar on the inside there with Denny Hamlin. Nobody's really connected right here. Here comes Denny to the back of the 77. 23, and Bubba Wallace has an issue, a right side tire. Is this a theme for today?
I don't know, that's a good question. This one has some contact, which is first, right? Tire or wall, we don't know. Window net already down. You can tell he has had, like, his frustration is peaked on this 23 car. Just mad, unplugged, literally. Radio unplugged already, look at this.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh, hold it up there,
man.
Hold it up there.
The emotion in his voice.
Big news here at Pocono Raceway. Race leader Brad Keselowski came to pit road while it was closed. Jeremy Bullins did not hear the pits were still closed. After they pitted, they thought they were just the only ones to take it to pit road. Then they realized they had a penalty. Listen into the conversation.
Not sure what happened there. There was a lot of people talking about coming. 4, head down, run our race here. A good chance this comes right back to us.
Restart, both Logano, Cindric stayed out. Their teammate Ryan Blaney caught speeding on that cycle of stops. Halfway home, just about there, stage 2. We're green again.
Ross Chastain, hard left-hand turn. He did this on the previous restart. Let's see if it works.
Bowman also to the inside of Cindric.
We have the 71 limping around the racetrack, and they're wondering if that's going to bring out a yellow. The 71's on pit road now, so this tire didn't come off the 71. I really think that was the call for the 19, which I like. I love the gamble. Let's see what happens to the 71. No real contact here, and then it just goes down.
The right front explodes. You're wondering if another issue with the brakes. Trevor.
There you saw caution flag is out 4 times today. Debris on the front straightaway.
Yeah, the 71 had the brake failure on the right front down the front straightaway. Eventually,
Stenhouse leading laps for the first time this season as they stayed out here. 15 to go, stage 2. Stenhouse outside of Hocevar.
Oh man, Brad doesn't get to the back bumper. The 47 advantage right now on the bottom of the racetrack with Hocevar. The push coming from Briscoe. They're going to clear pretty easily down into turn 1. At least the 77 is clear. Right there, he loses a ton of momentum. Big crash behind.
Christopher Bell involved, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch. Caution number 5, and it comes out with just over 10 laps remaining, stage 2.
It's been a tough several months for this 20 car.
8 to go, second stage, as we return to the green flag at Pocono. Final lap, stage 2. Here he is, Chase Briscoe, having a good day. Qualified good yesterday and paying it off in the race. He's the winner in our second stage. Barry is second. Elliott, Byron, Buescher complete the top 5. Final stage at Pocono, 60 to go. Outside lane, Briscoe, Barry to his left. You know, I look at Briscoe up there, he changes organizations. This has not been a good track for him. You look at recent years, last 5 starts here, he had exactly 1 lap turned inside the top 5. Today, he's led the most laps, 35 out front for driver 19, trying to control this thing and win a race, put himself in the playoffs. And if he delivered today, he would join a long line of success for Joe Gibbs Racing at this place.
I think you have no choice. As soon as you think you can make it, you have to come. You cannot allow the guys to get new tires. There you go, leader, Briscoe, hard left-hand turn on pit road. Busher, Hamlin will have to counter next time by. Fresh tires are enough of an advantage. The field's so close, I don't think you can give them an advantage by running long, Trevor.
Yes, sir. This is a final stop for the 19, hitting pit road for that money stop. They wanted to be one of the first to get there. Going to see 4 tires and fuel go on this 19 car. 5 car of Kyle Larson was saving fuel during that run, just trying to manage how much he was burning to make this stop a little bit shorter. Another tool in the toolbox for these drivers to use.
Bottom right, Ryan Preece waiting on fuel. You see that long wait there? You need a little more center turn.
Denny Hamlin making his stop now, Marty.
That comes with 40 to go. Adam coming down pit road. He said he was really tight in turn 1 for Denny Hamlin. You ride on board with the Logitech onboard camera. Chase Elliott also coming to pit road. He said he lost his front turn at the very end of the run for Chase Elliott, who's been very strong here at Pocono this afternoon. Question is, can they make up time that they were behind the other cars in front of them here on pit road, Kim? Last year at Pocono, Jonathan Hassler had the winning strategy for Ryan Blaney. He's pitting here with 36 to go. We'll see if this call to run long plays to their benefit as well. We've mentioned Blaney coming through the field twice today. He has done it without the benefit of a cool shirt, Kim. It hasn't worked all day long.
John Hunter Nemechek, bottom of your screen, coming off that great finish with Mexico City, right side only. Looks like we have a caution, though.
In the midst of these stops, we get a caution. 7th of the day. Brad Keselowski scored as the race leader. They had not yet made their pit stop in the green flag cycle.
Let's see what happens to the 88.
Just gets loose right there. Out of turn 1, I believe.
So we talked about the time. Well, let's show you what it looks like. 19 on the left, 11 comes in. Remember, we showed the pit stop times. This isn't old school. This isn't slow pit stops. It's all about the 2 guys with the dump cans. Both right sides look good. They come to the left. Now watch the difference. The 19 is going to drop to Jack, and he goes 11. Wait. The fueler shakes his head. 2.5, 3 seconds worth of fuel. That's the whole situation. Execution, communication. Oh, frustration. You see the body language. So I don't know if it was miscommunicated, if Chase didn't understand what the signal was supposed to be for Chase. Obviously, though, they are not good on fuel. 2.5 seconds should be like 3 gallons. That's like 6 laps. I mean, you see the difference, right?
Fun run to the finish at Pocono.
Ready, green.
All right, the 12's in the back of the 19. They got help from Chase Elliott as well and out outside line. The inside does not connect, and look at the ground they lose. Oh, the 19,
to the lead.
The 19 pulls down in front of his teammate. That it makes the 11 have to lift. The 12 with a chance to clear is not going to do it. Denny's going to side draft really aggressively. 3 wide behind Adam.
Let's listen into the 19 with an update.
Doing what you're doing. Don't make any changes unless we tell you. If we maintain this, we can get there. If we maintain what you're doing right now, we will make it. Just be disciplined.
Negative, flip to a positive. A glimmer of hope. That light at the end of the tunnel is no longer a train. Now it's victory lane. If you could just somehow maintain this.
Going to be interesting to see. I am too. I'm nervous for Briscoe. Everybody knows how badly he wants to succeed at this opportunity. Of all the drivers that came out of Stewart-Haas Racing, he was presented with a golden ticket to get into this winning race car, this championship race car. Now Denny trying to put the pressure on, trying to make that 19 have to use a little more throttle, burn a little more fuel, try to run this 19 out of gas.
Has the wily veteran been sitting in wait?
This time by 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Sounding good so far.
Let me give a little.
Up to full song.
Through turn 1 and onto the straightaway, leading to the tunnel turn.
Still not stumbling. Good early shift. Keep the RPMs low. Just a little bit early there.
Across the tunnel turn, the short chute, over to turn 3.
Motor still sounding good to me. Off into turn 3. He just needs one more good throttle off of turn 3 here and should be good to go.
What a day for the 19. Good to the last drop. Chase Briscoe saves and wins in Pocono.
He is putting the front brake into this thing so he can do a burnout down this front straightaway, I imagine.
I'd say he's safe enough.
That was a battle of Sunoco and Goodyear right there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sunoco held on longer.
Chase Briscoe and starting to write a new chapter for this partnership.